right, guys. Welcome to Shin and Shenanigans right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'm Jess. This is Big Mike. You can find us on X at shinpad_IESR. All right, how we doing tonight, Big Mike?
We are doing wonderful. It's been a great week. How about yourself? How was your week? How was your past weekend?
It was pretty good. Pretty good. Got a half day off today because, power went out at work. Can't really
Oh,
do work with power out.
that's a bummer, isn't
Because
it?
it's,
Oh,
it's,
sorry, I can't work. Got to go home. There's no power.
and it's snowing again.
Oh, you're getting some snow out there. It had been kind of dry for y'all out there for a while.
Yeah. I actually heard recently that they're planning on draining some of the reservoirs because it's been so dry.
Yeah, they do that
Like,
here more often than they probably should, but it's not because of snow here, actually. Big shock.
all right.
Yeah.
Right.
Usually that summer drought kicks in, and next thing you know, the reservoirs are all dry, and it's just gross to drive around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, what are you going to do?
mm, but we got some Coloradan kids up here playing girls soccer in the snow.
That's actually kind
Yeah.
of fun.
Yeah.
Not going to lie, that's fun.
All right, let's get right into it tonight. Let's talk double relegation. This is a topic that I saw recently in this last week. Oh man. And this is at one of those lower tiers. I think it's I really don't even know what you would call it because they're being relegated to the 7th tier. So I really don't know what you call it.
It's almost like the minor leagues of the minor leagues. I don't know what else to
pretty
really
much.
call it.
Pretty much.
I mean, yeah.
Alfreton Town and Curzon Ashton. They both needed a win to survive the National League, which is the 6th tier. I did have it written down on the final day. Alfreton was up 3-0 by the
Match
third.
over.
You would think. You would think.
Match over.
There were some goals there were some penalty goals and a brace by Louis Salmon. But Curzon fought back to earn a 3-3 draw.
How?
I don't know. I don't know. It's football. Anything can happen. It's football.
You're 100% correct. But I mean, I think we could break it down really, probably figure out how, right? I mean, defensive collapse.
Yeah.
Think you have the game in the bag, which you should have.
Yeah, you would think.
I mean, 3-0, I mean, come on. But you got to give it up, man. They fought the fight back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's heart, and you got to tip your cap there.
For sure.
It would have been very easy for them just to say, well, relegated. It is what it is. We're done. And just kind of do whatever in that second half. And then talk about drama.
Yeah, right.
With the 90s, like right at the very end there, like the 99th
equalizer in the 99th minute.
I mean, wow.
Holy crap.
Wow.
And now both teams are relegated. And I just I saw this picture where it was the end of the match. Both teams just look so defeated. You just see these bodies laying across the freaking pitch, man. Like, what the heck?
I mean, can you just imagine getting that goal, the 99th minute, the adrenaline and everything? You're like, holy crap. Oh, yeah, still relegated. All that epic comeback and the battle back. And that was pretty much nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, the heartbreak's real, man. The heartbreak is real.
That is the agony of defeat in multiple ways there. You know, I mean, you're looking back at the rest of that season, being like, oh, what if here? What if here? You know, yeah, just, I mean, what a match. I mean, at the end of the day, what a match. But
for sure.
I mean, but yeah, both you look at one side of it and it's a choke job, and the other side of it, it's like, what a comeback, what heart, and now they're both relegated.
Yeah. Speaking of relegation, Burnley have been relegated. But I mean, are we really surprised?
No. Although I will say this, they kind of made my day today. This is where I absolutely love the internet. as much as it drives us crazy and we see so much negativity out there, if you haven't done this yet, I recommend it. It's a good chuckle. I'm not going to say you're going to lose your mind, but it's a good chuckle. Interim coach, the name of Michael Jackson.
I did hear that.
So you can see all these memes out there, like at first Burnley practice, it's all these guys with the ball, like doing Michael Jackson dance moves. It's corny, but it's still just kind of made me chuckle. And I was like, okay,
right.
you're Burnley, you got to have some sort of fun with this, right?
Right.
Where else you're at? You're relegated. It's
I mean, your season's pretty much over, so why not have some fun with it, right?
Yep. And some of them are pretty good. It was the background music was Smooth Criminal, and they're doing all these Cruyff moves with Michael Jackson dance moves incorporated with it. I'm like, okay, all right, I like that.
Part of me is also just wondering, why did they go ahead and let their coach go with only like 4 games left in the season? There's no point in that.
Jess,
they're already relegated.
We touched on this. It's like,
this is a continuous topic, man.
Yeah, it is. But just, you're right. At that point, just let them finish it out. Like, there's no reason. I mean, it's going to happen. Everybody knows it, more than likely. Just let them finish it out. They're, to your point, it's already relegated. Just, finish out the season. You're not coming back next year. Be done with it. I mean, I guess I can kind of see the flip side. It's like, well, if he's not going to be here, then why is he going to coach? But it's like, who cares right now?
Yeah.
Just, I mean, I guess it's always possible. You look at it and could have been one of those things like, okay, I know I'm not coming back, then I don't want to coach. But I don't think that happens a ton. I mean, most of these guys, they develop, relationships with their players. It's like, all right, hey, we have 4 left. Let's go. Let's just go battle. But yeah, what do I know?
This is the second team to be confirmed after the Wolves. They're the 4th team in history to be relegated from the Premier League at least 5 times, joining Norwich, West Brom, and Leicester. How about them, man?
Oh, Leicester. Touched on it last week too. Man, what a fall! What a fall from grace. But no, I mean it's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate stat. You're a fan. You hate to hear it. Kind of hang your head on that one a bit, but I mean, it's tough. It's tough for these clubs like a Burnley, whatever, to get up in the upper echelon with these power clubs that are always, in the top, 10, if you will.
Right. Now the 3rd relegation spot is still undecided, so we're seeing who could be next. Could it be Tottenham? Could it be West Ham that are relegated?
I'm hoping it's Tottenham. I'm sorry. I hope it's Tottenham so bad. And I've said it before. I got no real reason for it. It's not like I just don't, but just something about that just kind of makes me chuckle.
I mean, it would definitely be interesting for Tottenham. Either one of these teams, both of these teams really could have been up there, and they have been up there
absolutely
in recent years. But the fall from grace with these two, and now both of them are at risk of being relegated, it's just like, what the heck?
Yeah, I mean, I never thought I'd see Tottenham in this position. I mean, and to your point, West Ham's been, had some decent, even relatively decent over the years, but they surprised me a little bit less, I guess. But to see Tottenham down there, and that was kind of a stunner to me. And something tells me just because I'm rooting for them to be, relegated, they probably won't be. That's just how my fandom goes. But time will tell. But it'll be really interesting. I can't. I don't know. There was a time where I was really this interested in relegation.
Yeah, right. I know, so much relegation.
Yeah, I'm typically just like, oh well, that sucks for them. All right, fine. But now you get a Tottenham there. It's like, holy crap, are they actually going to get relegated?
Right. Yeah, but they're also doing this with managers.
Correct.
And it's just kind of like, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, they produced players like Harry Kane, and
he's okay. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's doing really well over in the Bundesliga.
He is. Good for him.
And then, of course, Sung Hoon Min used to be I think he used to be the captain.
Yeah.
And he's doing pretty well over at LAFC right now.
Yep.
But Tottenham, it could be Tottenham. It really could be.
It really could be. Yeah.
I have a feeling there's a chance that it really could be Tottenham.
Yeah, and to your point, I think they have to look themselves in the mirror. You know, with all the rotation and nothing's constant, and you know, something you and I have been talking about for a while now. We preach that, and you can't just. It's not going to be a revolving door, and you expect to have success.
Exactly. I mean, look at Man City. I mean, granted, Burnley were relegated by Man City, but Man City's still the heck up there. Pep has been there at least 10 years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They know how to work with him.
They know how to work. They know how to win. And as I jokingly said to you last week, they should just change the name of the league to the Manchester City Invitational. Right. That's basically, especially if they win it again this year. My word.
I know. It's crazy. So crazy. Before
we'll talk more about them later, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to talk more about Man City later. And before I completely forget, don't forget to vote, guys. I'm actually going to put this up here. I don't know if you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys can see this. You can type in 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the chat to see because we want to see what you guys want to see covered during the World Cup. So cast your votes.
Absolutely.
I know on X we have 1 vote for the underdog teams.
Well, like politicians wish they could say, vote early and often.
Yeah, vote early and often. Vote early and often. All right. I think we are going to take just a quick little break here. And we will see you guys right after the break. You guys have been watching Shin, Pads, and Shenanigans right here on iEsports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hi, eSports Radio fans. This show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Welcome back to Shin, Pads, and Shenanigans right here on iEsports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. An interesting thing that I found, dead body.
Yikes.
Dead body was found at the Veltins Arena. Yeah. I think sources are reporting that the man was 65. I think I originally saw that it was 85, but I think it's actually 65.
I think you're right.
It was found by a cleaner in a stadium restroom. He had attended an event at the arena the previous day and unfortunately passed away because of natural causes. And reports suggest that he wandered away from a guided stadium tour and likely suffered a fatal heart attack, which, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just thoughts to his family. That's just, it's awful.
Yeah.
And just scary on so many levels.
Yeah. I mean, his body wasn't discovered until the following day, and police are investigating how no one noticed his disappearance for like 24 hours. Right now, no criminal suspicion right now. And they released a statement expressing their condolences, and they are fully cooperating with the authorities. So,
yeah, I'll always hate to hear these type of stories, and whether it's our sport or any sport for that matter. And I've unfortunately never seen anything quite like that. Thankfully, I hope I never do. But yeah. I've seen a few where guys or gals are unconscious it's outside of a restroom, and it's scary.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah, just a sad.
I feel like I've seen so much death around the pitch lately, and I'm not just talking about players or people who used to play or people who used to manage. That's they're older. Usually they're older, so it's like that. But I've also seen fans dying in the stadiums at the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks.
Yeah. And again, nothing I've seen personally, thankfully, and I hope I never do. But I remember an old friend of mine who moved up here from Honduras and would go to league games in Honduras, and people would get killed, in the stands. It's like, yeah.
It's awful.
It's you hate it. And obviously in this case, it just sounds like a tragic situation, and just unfortunate that on the flip side, there's unfortunately some other things that happens with our again, any sport. And it's like, come on, it's supposed to be the beautiful game, right? It's just it's a game.
But this is something that can and does happen.
It is. This one's just sad. This one's terrible, and it's just all you can do is just condolences to him and his close ones.
Yeah. I think I was actually reading, I was reminded recently, because I'm reading this book, granted off and on, called Soccer and Sun and Shadow. And one of the little micro chapters was talking about this guy who something went on. I can't remember what the drama was, but he ended up killing himself on the pitch. Like, they found his dead body the next day. And I'm like, that is, this, for some reason, this just reminded me of that.
Yeah,
and it's just, it's the darker side of the sport. The more you cover the sport, the more of the dark side you're going to see.
Yep, and just to kind of, full circle back to what we were talking about with his last show the week before. I can't remember, but just talking about these facilities are being built. I think it was when we were talking about Columbus getting the new, NWSL team. It's like, we hope we're putting some mental health, emphasis on these, because it's real. And
absolutely,
at the end of the day, we need to take care of our players, and hopefully try to prevent some of these things as much as humanly possible.
For sure. Let's move on to happier topics.
Yes, let's do that.
We're going to talk about Man City versus Arsenal again.
She still hasn't come down from her high.
I have not.
That's fair. That's fair.
It was the most watched Premier League match in U.S. history, which I think not only it's great because, as a Man City fan, but it's just showing the growth of the love of this beautiful game in this country.
100%. And obviously with, it's a huge match with going in. I mean, it was just, you could tell, because you can say this on a lot of other sports too, but I feel like soccer, and I didn't even throw hockey in that conversation, but you can feel the energy just watching a pregame.
Yeah.
Right?
Just especially if you're ever with LAFC. Oh my goodness. The 32-52 is so noisy. They are so vocal. It is awesome.
That's the best, right?
It is awesome.
You love being in those loud places and people are amped up and getting into it. And obviously this was the case, here. But you can even feel it just again, listen, to the commentators during the pregame. You can just kind of hear it in their voices. Like, this is a match right here. This is huge. This is, potentially for the title. And,
right.
And so, that's obviously games like that. That's going to get people to tune in. It's like, oh, okay, winner of this is very likely going to win the Premier League.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'll watch this. And, so, but no, you're right. It's 100%. It's great. It's, You know, I want to see this continue to happen. I want to see more. I want to see it get. I like to see it every year personally. I don't care who's playing.
Oh, I know, right? Absolutely. They averaged about 2.6 million viewers across the NBC, Peacock, Telemundo, and NBC Sports. And that's crazy.
It's a good number.
Absolutely crazy.
It's a good number. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there's a lot of, American events that aren't getting that. So,
right.
American, if you will. So, so good on them. It's just great for the game, and hope we see more of it.
Yeah, and I feel like it's going to really accelerate when the World Cup comes to the States this summer, which, guys, be voting. We got the polls open. Remember, comment 1, 2, 3, or 4. Do you want to see the player storylines, the underdog teams to watch, controversial calls and moments, or do you want to see tactical breakdowns? We want to hear from you.
Absolutely. And, I think too, Jess, it's, obviously we'll get more into it in the coming weeks with, previewing World Cup and whatnot. I just really hope that the U.S. men do a little something. You know what I mean? I mean, not expecting them to make a run to a semifinal or anything like that.
But show up.
Get out of the group. Give a compelling story, because you can do that. And not just all the players can have stories. I'm sure we'll talk about it, but give a good, compelling story on the pitch, and you're going to bring people in. So, and even if they, even if they make it to knockout stage and they lose to a team out there like a Spain or somebody, I don't, if it's, as long as they're out there battling and competitive, I don't think anybody's gonna be mad about it, right?
Right.
And then
absolutely,
people are like, okay, well, man, that Spain team's really freaking good. I'm gonna keep an eye on them. Oh, they got England coming. Oh, hell, I'm in. So I'm just kind of hoping that the men do that. And I think that will just help even more if they're able just to put a decent showing out there.
Yeah, for sure. Who do we think could be an underdog? Just trying to go ahead and start this conversation, because we need to have this in front of our minds. Who do we think could be the underdog?
Well, U.S. is an underdog for that kind of goes without saying.
For that kind of thing, yeah. Yeah.
There's gonna be a bunch of them, I think, because I think you're gonna pull out your big powerhouse countries, right? And you're gonna look at Spain or Brazil or England, and then all right, so put them to the side. Then you look at the rest, and you're like, there's gonna be a lot of them. So, which I think it's going to make for a compelling tournament, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I could pick one right now. I'd probably have to do a little more digging to come up with one, but I think
I will too.
There's going to be a lot. So
I will too. I think I heard that. I forget his name. I did see something today. He was in 6 World Cups. This will be his 6th, and he's retiring right after the World Cup.
Oh yeah, I
think he's a goalkeeper, really hair dude.
Yes.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yes. Yeah, dude. His name is escaping me at the moment, but yeah, I know exactly about him. What a way to go, too.
Oh, I know. That's gonna be a heck of a way to go. And I think I did read something. I don't know how true it is, where Ronaldo's we're headed to the end of we're headed towards the end of my career. Better enjoy it. So I'm like, is he hinting at retirement?
Good.
Yeah, he's been playing for such a long time.
I know.
I get he's the GOAT. He's trying to make 1,000 goals. I get it.
I do too. I get it.
But there's a point where it's time. And I think it's becoming time for him.
I think some of his antics are just kind of to the point. It's like, okay, I've seen enough. To your point, it's like, yeah, we know how good you are, and I still said he should have already had his 1,000 if he wouldn't cry half the time. But I mean, because when he's on, he's focused. He is the GOAT. But the whining gets to me at times. But so that's the part I'm kind of over. It's like, all right, dude. Yeah. What a career. You're still gonna be going down as the best to ever do it. So it doesn't matter to me if you get 1,000 or not. But I get it. Whatever. So And shout out Michelle for commenting, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in, Michelle. But yeah, I don't know. I saw a recent video where he was playing for Al Nassr and he had to calm the fans down because they were throwing stuff on the pitch. I don't even know what all they threw. But there's you never know.
Sadly, that's not the first time we've seen that, and it probably won't be the last.
No, absolutely not. But I'm excited for that, and I feel like a lot of the fans that do you know Ted Lasso? You know the show Ted Lasso?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know, season 4 is coming out August 5th, and I'm like, just that and the World Cup. Oh, it's gonna be a great summer.
We're gonna have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we are.
I'm excited.
And for sure. All right, we're going to take another short little break, and then we're going to come back, talk about Man City again, and then talk about the Champions League semifinals. You've been watching Shin, Pads, and Shenanigans right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clinking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
All right, welcome back to Shin, Pads, and Shenanigans right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Man City fixture request. So, it's not really I don't know. Do you feel like this is special treatment? They requested kind of a schedule change to be around the FA Cup final to kind of give their players an extra day of rest.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's special treatment, or do you think that's reasonable? Because for me, I'm working on this piece and this article about how I feel like we might be headed towards the what I would say probably the ruin of football, where there's such match congestion that players are getting they're getting burnt out. They're increased risk of getting injured because there's so many matches they have to play. And it's just kind of one of those things. So does this seem like a reasonable request to you?
It does to me, although I'm not surprised it got rejected.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, these guys are playing practically year round.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're not, because again, it's for club and for country, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these guys and gals for that matter, are constantly playing. There's not much of an off season for them really. So when you get all these matches kind of jumping up like that, I don't have a problem with the request.
Yeah.
Because you look at it, and it's not just in our sport either. It's other sports too, where hey, there's a lot of games in a quick, short time span, or you look at basketball, sometimes they're doing back-to-backs. And of course they end up resting players because of it. And you have to think too, this isn't the athletes today are not how the athletes were 20 years ago. Yeah. Everybody's bigger, stronger, faster.
Playing more games by the time they're in 24.
Exactly. And thus bigger, stronger, faster. And you look at, again, not just our sport, but other sports too. You see these pretty gruesome injuries.
Yeah.
That are coming about. I'll use basketball, for example, where we've seen someone signed on with a calf strain, which back in the day, well, big deal. Who cares? Next thing you know, they blow out their Achilles.
Yeah.
and they're done for 9, 12 months, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
So I think from a request, it's valid.
Yeah.
I was not surprised by the ruling, because then it's like, okay, if we do it for you guys, then we have to do it for so and so and so and so and so and so, and it's just too much of a pain. I understand that. I hope that going forward they start looking more into this.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I know some will be like, get over it. You're Man City. You're fine. And as a fan talk, I might do the same. But I'll keep that jokes aside.
Mm-hmm.
It's that's a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just saw something today where Mark Dos Santos, LAFC's new head coach,
mm-hmm.
he was slamming the MLS for not rearranging fixtures to support LAFC in the CONCACAF Champions Cup, because he's like, it's 10 weeks of Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday games for them. And he's calling the situation scandalous, and like, I get it. Like, there are times where like there's not a whole lot of rest time there for them. There's really not even a whole lot of like practice time either. Mm-hmm. You maybe get like a few hours of rest and then boom, you got to go practice.
Yeah.
And like they have to go from here to here. And I think their last game, the Champions Cup match, was in LAFC. Where LAFC is, so in LA. Yeah. So I think their next one's going to be, I forget where the team is, but they'll be there. And then like they're on the road, they're traveling. They're having to travel so many miles, and it's Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday for 10 weeks. So I mean, I feel like them wanting to rearrange the schedule is not really it's a reasonable request,
it is. And like, I mean, obviously I'm not a player, but my full-time gig, what pays the bills, I travel the country quite often, and just going into a couple different, couple time zones away, that lag is real.
Yeah.
And even if you're, top athlete who is in peak condition, it's still there. It still hits you.
Yeah.
Maybe it will hit them maybe less than an average person, but it still hits.
Yeah.
So, there's all that, and there's of course the mental wear and all of that, and so it's a reasonable request, and sadly I don't think these leagues, for example, were really ready for it. Just never thought about it, which is kind of surprising to me when you look at other leagues across the world who are like, it's been talked about for a few years now.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, this is different because you've got, the best conditioned athletes in the world, in my humble opinion. Yeah. And some of these guys are running, 7-8 miles during a match. And they're like, oh, well, guess what? Do it 2 more times this week.
Yeah.
And don't get injured.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're just asking for 1 extra day of rest, and they were told no, and the Premier League's reasoning is standard policy is to prioritize the original fixture order. That's fair, but it illustrates how rigid the system is, even when player welfare is an obvious concern.
Yes. And that's why I'm surprised. I'm not surprised it was rejected. But it's something that, in my opinion, they need to look at, really now, and moving forward, because this is going to happen again. Mm-hmm. And clubs are going to continue to ask, because, I mean, why wouldn't you? Because even if you like go into it going, well, the worst they can say is no.
Yeah.
They're still going to try. It's like, hey, let's give it a shot. And maybe we keep doing this and other clubs keep doing this, and maybe they'll wake up and be like, hey, you know what? Maybe they do need another day.
Yeah.
Because then you look at it too. It's like, you look at what Man City's about to go through, and
they 4 games in 12 days.
And they lose a match. And heck, you can imagine, for example, I mean, I look at their rest of their Premier League schedule. These are matches, in my opinion, they should dominate. Mm-hmm. But you're going out there tired, and all of a sudden, what happens? Oh, the draw. Oh wait, Arsenal ran the table. Arsenal's won the chip.
Yeah.
And that's only be some sour grapes, I think. So I mean, I'm not wishing that to happen. I'm just saying, like, what if? And
I'm also just like, they're risking getting these big time players, like Holland and just these big players. Holland's the only one I can think of right now, but
I mean, he's
a major goal scorer. He creates chances. He gets injured to the point where like there's a chance he's not going to be going into the World Cup because I think he's supposed to be playing for Norway.
Yeah, and that's a guy that people are going to tune in to watch. Right? People heard of this guy. That's a name now. It's like, oh yeah, that dude's a Man City guy. He's awesome. Yeah, I'll tune in and watch him play. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't watch when it comes to a World Cup. I don't watch every single match, but there's ones I look at. I'm like, oh, Harry Kane's playing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna check out England that game. Yeah. All right, Messi's back. It's probably his last run. Yeah, I'm gonna check. You know what I mean? I'm gonna check those out. I'm gonna check out those star players and see how they do, with their countries. And then, oh well, wait, he's hurt. He's not playing.
Yeah.
And I think that hurts. Obviously, hurts the club, hurts the country, but I think overall it hurts the product.
Yeah, for sure. It's just one of those things, I just kind of feel like you're risking these players getting injured, and not only are we looking at potentially them missing out on the World Cup, which we've already seen players who are being counted out because of the World Cup.
Right.
And it is just, yeah. But you're also risking them not being able to even, because if they do something like, I don't know, break something, they are going to be out for quite a while.
Right.
So you're looking at not having them next season.
100%.
Yeah. I just don't.
And that's not good for any. That's not good for anybody. That's not good for, obviously the player, most importantly, but it's not good for FIFA, not good for Premier League, not good for any of these, organizations at all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, we see it in other sports, and it's like you lose a marquee player, and it's just like, oh. And so I'm hoping obviously that doesn't happen, but the more you keep doing things like this, the more you keep, being stubborn about it, it's probably going to happen. And they're going to be like, oh, whoa, what do we do here? Like, well, should have been a little more proactive.
Yeah. And as far as like the whole match congestion thing, I saw where the hamstring injuries have doubled in the last 20 years.
And
it's like, bruh, that's a significant injury to come back from.
It is. I mean, varying levels of a hamstring, obviously, but could be out a week or two, could be out 4 to 6. Who knows?
Yeah.
And like I said, God forbid it's someone, blows out an Achilles or, ACL or something like that. And then they're out for a long time.
Yeah. Right. All right. Let's move on to our last topic of the evening. Champions League semifinals.
Love me some Champions League.
All right. Well, how about you start off this discussion?
Well, I gotta say, that first match there with PSG and Bayern was drunk. I just thought it's funny because I'll just read off a few stats real quick. So if those of you didn't watch the match at all, so I'm just gonna read off here. So 5-4, crazy game. PSG gets the win. So Bayern had 8 shots on goal compared to 5 for PSG. Shot attempts overall pretty equal. 14 fouls for PSG to 4 for Bayern. 3 yellow cards for PSG to 0 for Bayern. Corner kicks, 5 corner kicks for Bayern, just 2 for PSG. And PSG won the game.
Yeah. A little bit drunk there.
A little bit
drunk.
A little bit. Yeah, little couple defensive, oopsies.
Yeah.
Probably more than a couple from Bayern.
Probably.
Uncharacteristic.
They're probably mad because they didn't have Vincent Kompany on the sidelines. He had to stay in the stands.
Correct. And the other stat here was possession, 58% to Bayern. And still lost.
Yeah. Heck of a match.
Yeah, heck of a match. And this is one where I tell like the casual viewers, like, well, sometimes it's boring. It was 5-4. That is not boring.
No, that is not boring by any stretch of the imagination.
This game was drunk, entertaining as all get out, sloppy in places, sure. Looking forward to round 2 here.
Yeah.
I mean, this round 2 could get really interesting. I mean, the 5-4 game, and obviously going to Bayern. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen there. I mean, all I know is these are two good squads, and had their moments obviously this past week or Tuesday rather. But I will be. I'll have that. I'll be working, but I'll have that going on my computer for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could watch it, but like with my job, I can't really do that in the middle of my work.
I'll be working a trade show, but it'll be a very quiet trade show. It's kind of by an appointment thing, so I usually get like half-hour breaks or so in between.
Nice.
So I get to be able to prop that thing up in the corner and just kind of keep an eye on it. So, yeah, I'm. We'll get to the other match too. I'm stoked for that one as well, because that some would say a little bit of controversy at the end.
I want to see Bayern and Man City face off. I want to see that someday. I want to see that face off.
I'd watch.
Yeah, I would watch too, for sure. And of course, Harry.
I believe that Man City's not in this. I mean, just because of the season they've had, obviously, especially as of late. But it's just almost hard for me to believe that they're not there.
Yeah. Yep.
But hey, you got the FA Cup in a few weeks.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely. We'll see. We'll see how all that goes.
Well, if you don't beat Chelsea, then I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Chelsea's another crap show. Having another crap show right now with everything going on over there.
Yeah, I'm hearing the Alonso rumors seem to be picking up some steam. So I don't know if I buy it, but we'll find out soon enough.
We'll see. You think PSG is going to take it this year again? Go to back-to-backs?
You know what? I'll say this. Would that shock me? No. I'm looking for Bayern to do something next week, and I think we might see a little Bayern surprise next week. I'm gonna go with it. Why not?
We'll see.
We'll see. I feel like it's a to me, it was a match that they probably should have had. Obviously, they didn't. So, I mean, we'll see. Like I said, we'll see what happens. Get a win next week, and don't let them score 5 goals.
How about that Atletico Madrid and Arsenal match?
I honestly, we've been talking about Arsenal obviously as of late for obvious reasons.
Yeah. And
just a team that's just kind of on the downslide as of late. I was fairly impressed with the first half. I was like, this looks a little bit more like the Arsenal of that we saw earlier. Maybe not quite there, but better. And for them to get a draw to that, I think Arsenal fans are probably not too upset. Obviously, a little bit of controversy there in that, I want to say, the 81st minute-ish, which I thought, Atletico thought there should have been a PK there. Personally, as I have no dog in that fight. After I saw I didn't think it was initially. I mean, there was definitely contact, but it felt like it was more of a momentum thing. It wasn't like a real foul there. So I didn't have a problem them not awarding them a PK.
Yeah,
I know obviously a hardcore.
Arteta was furious.
Yeah, he was, and I get it. If I was him, I probably would have been too. If I'm wearing anything Arsenal, I'm probably upset. But to me, I just didn't think that was PK worthy. I mean, I understand the other viewpoint on that. But The ball was there. He made contact with the ball. Then there was a contact. I thought it was I just didn't think there was enough there personally to give them the PK. And I thought that, and I can't believe I'm saying this because I rarely ever side with officials ever, but I didn't have a problem with the call there. I mean, they reviewed it. I thought it was okay. I thought it was fine. I mean, they got a draw out of the deal.
Yeah, and both goals came from a penalty spot.
Yep. So
I mean, clearly they were pretty good match.
Yeah. Yep. It just gives me more excited for next week, and you know, I think we'll see 2 great matches come next week, and I know we'll be talking about it next week for sure.
Yeah. Right. And Arsenal, they're trying to reach their only their second ever Champions League final. So the pressure is mounting right now for them.
It is, and you know, with some of the chatter there, especially with their kind of all but maybe we'll see. Obviously, still a few more matches to be played, but potentially choking away the Premier League. You know, it would be a nice little prize to be able to come back and, you know, get a win and advance to the final. And, you know, who knows? One match, right? You never know.
Yeah.
So that'd be obviously great for the fan base and whatnot for the players, but who knows? I mean, you know, we'll see how it shakes out next week. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. And if Arsenal go through, it'll be the first time an English club goes to the final since Liverpool won it back in 2019. So we'll see.
Yeah.
They got some big shoes to fill over there.
Yeah, they do. To your point, just a little pressure.
Just a little pressure.
Just
a little pressure. Just
yeah.
Yeah.
No worries.
So we'll see how it goes. We'll be talking about it next week, guys.
Absolutely.
So come back for more. And I keep forgetting to put this back after the break. But don't forget, guys. Don't forget. Vote. Right now, we're looking at underdog teams to watch. That's what we're looking at covering.
I'm going to go on a limb here. I think we're going to get feedback on that, and then controversial calls.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be like the whole storylines. It's tactical breakdowns, boring.
Yeah.
But those two are like for pretty much all spectrums of fans.
Yeah, and you know there's going to be controversial calls.
Oh yeah, it's the World Cup, of course.
That's a given. It's a given. So it's
right?
So I think, yeah, I'm winning. I think it's what we're going to be talking some about, and I'm sure we'll get some tactics because you get in some of these big matches.
Yeah,
we touched on it. With a little bit with Arsenal and Man City, how I was like the defense, the high pressure defense that a lot of times that I love, by the way. That a lot of times you don't always see that, and I was like, that's a nice move on Man City's part because it just kind of put Arsenal they didn't really know how to handle it, in my opinion, at least not well. So I'm sure that we'll chat a little bit about that, especially in those bigger matches when it comes down to knockout stage. For sure.
But probably the main topics are going to be the underdog teams and the controversial calls because those are more fun to talk about.
Oh yeah, they are. It gets the blood flowing, to say the least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, guys, you have been watching Shin Pads and Shenanigans right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We will see you guys next week, and don't forget to vote. You can even leave comments on our socials to give us your feedback and let us know. So until next time, keep those shin pads sharp and your shenanigans sound.
See you next week.
See you next week.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.